Hi, I'm Alex Ronsley. Welcome to another episode of The Week That Was, an absolutely jam-packed edition of the show this week, as we'll have highlights from all three games this past weekend. Thursday against the Alberni Valley Bulldogs, Friday against the Cowichan Valley Capitals, Sunday afternoon wrapping up the weekend at home against the Chilliwack Chiefs. We'll also have some great video as well as a full feature interview with Canucks legend Trevor Linden. He was in town on Friday night to drop the puck. We've got highlights from his street hockey event at Westview Agencies before the game on Friday, as well as all the pregame festivities from the game on Friday night, and an interview I had a chance to do with him before the game on Friday as well. We'll also talk and actually start this week's show with an interview with Kings forward JP Villeneuve. He has a very, very interesting story as he played his 200th Junior A hockey game, of course playing with Lindsay and Streetville in the Ontario Junior Hockey League before coming over to the Kings midway through last season at the trade deadline. But JP Villeneuve, 200 Junior A games throughout his career, 20-year-old forward this year, played in number 200 against the Merritt Centennials at the Nicola Valley Memorial Arena a couple of weeks ago. Had a chance to chat with him and asked him to summarize 200 plus games in Junior A hockey.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I love my time with Streetsville and Lindsay, and now that I'm here, it's just been great for me.
In terms of your time with the Kings, can you summarize it through, I guess, almost a full season now, or we're almost at the halfway mark and a few games here with the Kings and joined the team halfway last year. How do you like Powell River to date?
Oh, I love it. Built so many relationships here so far, and hopefully I'll continue to do so. And yeah, the team's great, the organization's great, and first class top to bottom.
What have you learned in your 200 plus games in Junior A that you perhaps would tell a 16-year-old version of yourself?
Maybe just bring your all every practice and every game. Just don't leave anything for granted. It's I feel kind of old saying this, but time flies pretty quick actually. So yeah, just play every game, every practice like it's your last.
You had a great game, a great few games the last few. You could sense that there was something big about to happen for you, and I know it's been a little frustrating over the last little while without being to get on the scoreboard. Your first goal in 12 games came against the Chilliwack Chiefs on Sunday. Just comment on that one.
Yeah, I've been in a bit of a slump, but sometimes you work hard one week and you're getting close, but you just got to keep working hard, and sometimes it takes continuous time and working hard until you finally get a bounce, and today I got a bounce, so it felt good.
JP Villeneuve, in terms of games played, the most experienced King on the roster. Tegan Wire up there as well will hopefully be able to hit 150 BCHL games played in the regular season, as well as 200 games with the Kings later on this year. But the highlights, the main story this week, and the Kings playing 3 games in 4 nights, a tough schedule, 2 of them at home, 1 of them on the road. Thursday night in Alberni Valley against the Alberni Valley Bulldogs, a very high-scoring team, very risk-reward type of team. Like to play those tennis matches, as Kent Lewis likes to call them. The Kings came into Alberni on Thursday looking to snap a 2-game losing streak against the Bulldogs.
Plays it out in front of himself, and he'll go for a skate down the right wing. Cutting past a man, that's a defenseman there on the back end. Mark Aramenko towards net, shot in close. Spinorama just sent wide from DuPont, they score! In close on a rebound, James Neal looks like he's got his third of the year. A tap in front. And the Kings take the lead here just over the 7-minute mark of this first period of play. It is 1-0. Surprising a lot of people right now. He's had some chances. Merritt was a great example of that, unable to do it. And now the Bulldogs will go further short-handed here. Back to Burns in the slot. Wrist shot, scores! Jordan Burns on a delayed penalty while the Kings already on a power play. Burns has his first as a King, and it is a 2-0 lead here.
So the Kings snapping a 2-game losing streak in style, a big 2-0 shutout of the Alberni Valley Bulldogs, getting goals from James Neal as well as the first BCHL goal to defenseman Jordan Burns. Jonah Emo did absolutely everything else in net, stopping all 22 shots asked of him, en route to his 5th victory of the season and first shutout of the year. So a quick turnaround to game number 2 on the weekend, Friday night, back here at home against the Cowichan Valley Capitals. We'll hear from Trevor Linden and take a look at some of the pregame festivities after this week's highlights, but it was a very important game Friday night against the Cowichan Valley Capitals, an Island Division rival, and the Kings came out strong in the first period.
Lowe comes over to help out behind. Wah still has the puck and he skates. Heft to the front of the net, goes back to the point. Burns slap shot, scores! Jordan Burns, his second in as many games. The Kings an early lead here, just 4:10 into the period.
found Burns at the point, and I'm not sure if Braden Lowe didn't get a piece of this one coming through.
Blocked in front there by the legs of Teal Burns. Rebound comes back out to the outside as Norgard poking down low. Parker Norgard in close, he scores! Slack work down low from the Capitals, couldn't clear it, had some chances. Norgard found a puck on his stick, walked into the net. Kings rushing up the ice here. Low, Wah, Hiff left to right as they cross the blue line. Kings, I thought they might have been offside. Wah, shot bad angle, scores! The captain, first time this season, he's on the board. It's 3-0. Cutting to the middle, end to the left wing, leaves it there, and a shot from a long way out, partially blocked in front. Jung scores on the rebound off the end boards. Unlucky bounce from Jonah Emo as it just sat outside, and perfect timing. Jung skating by, capture on the board. Michael Jung with his 4th of the year. Jonah Emo to our left, Derek Dunn to our right. Benton left point, Burns right point, wrist shot, scores! Villeneuve was in front, but everyone's mobbing Jordan Burns. No tip in front from Villeneuve, we don't think. Burns not denied this time. This is his 2nd of the season. Kings, Chilliwack Chiefs. We'll go live with the pregame show beginning at 1:10 as Burns pass down low. Nice to Durantes, he scores! Everyone looking for Burns to shoot. Found Durantes down low. Just 6 seconds into the power play, the Kings make it 5-1. So the Kings winning 2 games in a row with a big 5-1 victory over the Cowichan Valley Capitals. 5 different goal scorers, including the first goal of the season for Tegan Wah on a night where he got to shake the hand of his favorite hockey player, Trevor Linden, prior to the game. Jonah Emo once again very, very solid in net for the Kings, and the Kings able to neutralize the league's best power play going into that game with the Cowichan Valley Capitals. So the Kings got a rare Saturday off, came back here to the Hat Parker Arena on Sunday afternoon to face the Chilliwack Chiefs. The Chiefs unbeaten in 8 games, 7 wins and a tie. That streak began with a 3-0 shutout of the Powell River Kings back at the end of September. The Kings, a much better team when scoring first, and they got the game's first goal. Seen him one time, a few shots from that face-off circle to the point. Burns slap shot through some legs and then to the outside in front. Richardson scores, 1st of the year. Nice backdoor tip in from Evan Richardson, and you can sense the relief. It's Richardson's 1st of the season, and the Kings have a 1-0 lead just 15 seconds into the power play. Blocked a shot there was Tegan Wah. He's hurting after that. Shin shot in close, they score. As Hansen on the doorstep, Tegan Wah blocked a shot. Rebound fell to Laurent. He was able to put it towards the middle. Tip in there for Josh Hansen. It's Hansen's 11th of the season, and the Chiefs tie this one up at 1. The Chiefs penalty kill just under 87% as Smith. Slap shot tipped in front by Villeneuve. He scores! JP Villeneuve busts a major goal slump with his goal here in this 2nd period. We'll step out to the right. Off the right wing boards on the half wall, out to center, and Smith has it on his own blue line. Into the skates of Richardson, able to kick it to himself and play it through. Some speed, Evan Richardson, nice move, drop pass, Leung scores, bar down! Jared Leung, his 7th of the season. What a move from Evan Richardson, doing it all. Leung just put it home, bar down, 3-1. And cleared into the corner. Laurent puts it around. Ripley has it in his own corner. Backhand off the boards. Smart move. Kings are in here as Richardson with the empty net. Pulls the trigger and he scores! Evan Richardson, 2 goals on the night. Busts the slump in style. It's his 2nd of the season. The Kings ice the win. The Kings with another big victory, their 3rd straight, but the story definitely Kings forward Evan Richardson, a smile a mile wide after scoring his 1st of the season. I know it had been frustrating for him, but he's finally off the mark and actually scored 2 goals in the game, scored the empty net goal as you saw just a moment ago in that game. A big 4-1 win for the Kings over the Chilliwack Chiefs. So the Kings go 6 for 6 on the weekend and pick up some key points along the way. We'll take a look at the standings in just a few moments, but back to Friday night's game. It was a fantastic day in Powell River. Trevor Linden in town to not only drop the puck at the Kings game, but a full slate of events throughout the town in the afternoon. It all started at Westview Agencies on Friday afternoon. Here are some of the sights and sounds from there, as well as an interview I had a chance to do with Trevor Linden before the game on Friday night. great chance to go around to a whole bunch of different communities and be able to kind of give back and teach community and leadership. Just kind of a comment about what you're trying to achieve through these visits.
Yeah, for me, it's been really interesting, quite rewarding just to be able to travel around the province. Been to many places I've never been before, and I've been in British Columbia for 25 years now and played professional hockey for 20 years, but having the opportunity to go to some of the smaller communities, and the amazing thing is just the grassroots love for the game at a grassroots level, and certainly to be able to reconnect it for a lot of people who followed my career and watched me has been pretty special. And for me to be able to have the chance to convey some of the things I learned playing hockey that revolve around leadership and creating a great work culture and goal setting, and if I can pass some of those things on and people can take them into their lives and use some of them to their advantages, it's been fun to tell some hockey stories and try to relate that back to some things that can help them along the way.
You dropping the puck tonight at the Powell River Kings game. I got to ask, what, if anything, do you know about the team or the BCHL in general? And is this your first time to Powell River?
I've been to Powell River before a couple times, and I know the Powell River Kings they have a good team. I know they've been super strong the last 3-4 years. The BCHL I follow hockey. I know Vernon's been strong for a few years as well, and we had things kind of up and running for a few years practicing rink. So, obviously the BCHL is a wonderful league, and I know a lot of Brendan Marshall, for example, is a good teammate of mine that played in Penticton. So lots of good players, great players who come from the BCHL, and I follow it closely.
Trevor, Linden, an absolute class act throughout the day as well. Denied no interview, no autograph, and was happy to be in Powell River. Also knew a fair bit about the team, as you saw about that interview, knew about the recent success of the franchise. Just a fantastic day in Powell River. Over 1,100 fans at that game on Friday night as well. So we turn our attentions now to next week, but before we do, the standings in the Island Division, it's airtight right now. The Kings up in third spot behind the Victoria Grizzlies and the Alberni Valley Bulldogs. The Nanaimo Clippers are right there behind the Kings. They do have some games in hand, which means this weekend will be absolutely crucial as the Kings on the island Saturday night and Sunday afternoon against the Nanaimo Clippers and the Cowichan Valley Capitals. Those are true 4-point games already this early in the season, particularly against the Nanaimo Clippers, as the Kings can basically erase one of those games in hand that the Clippers do have on the Kings with a win at the Frank Crane Arena. It's a 7 o'clock face-off. We'll go live with the pregame show on 95.7 Sun FM and Fast Hockey pay-per-view video service through the BCHL, beginning at 6:40 with the pregame show. On Sunday afternoon, it's down to the Island Savings Center for the first time this season for a game against the Cowichan Valley Capitals. They beat the Trail Smoke Eaters 9-5 the night after they lost to the Kings here in Powell River. So they have some scoring talent, and it will be a tough game in Duncan on that afternoon. The Kings then done that weekend. They'll come home for a whole load of home games through the rest of October and into November. And we'll be back next week with another episode of The Week That Was. Highlights from both of those games in Nanaimo and in Cowichan. And of course, all the news, interviews, and highlights from the Kings Kingdom during the last set of 7. Bye now.